right here is our battlefield. The true bands come to see the battle between the two bands.
Grambling Marching Band is the best in the land. That's what it is, and this is what it look like, baby. Grambling.
We're gonna take 5 drum beats, and we got to come back out here and clean up that entrance. We got to clean up those stand steps. There is no energy whatsoever in that show. They just won't have a horn. Let's go.
We did not leave on time. We had the police escort.
I'll be telling the fans, please don't go to sleep, because the best is yet to come. So you're gonna miss something very, very exciting. And I ain't talking about the other band. I'm talking about us.
Now, you got a lot of good compliments this weekend. In spite of the mistakes that we see, some kind of disconnect has happened here.
Sometimes you have a band that listens, sometimes you have a band that want to tell you what to do.
Y'all got to continue marching. Get the station. That's not right.
Whatever Doc and them ask me to do, I'm gonna do it. Incoming freshmen, they need to learn the tradition of Grambling.
You gotta have the orchid's body. 5, 6.
They judge me before they get to even know me. They literally say I came out of my mama dancing. I want my spot, and I'm gonna keep my spot.
You fit in wherever you feel comfortable, and I feel comfortable here.
I'm really blunt. I don't get caught up in other people's feelings.
The fans themselves got to come not only for the football game, they definitely want to hear the band.
The Battle, presented by AT&T.
The band has a practice schedule. On Friday, the band comes in at 1:30. We did nothing to indicate that we were not going to have rehearsal. We had several individuals who chose upon themselves to miss rehearsal.
The handbook clearly states only the director of bands can excuse you. It's a big bold letter. So don't come tell me Mr. Spencer say he excused me. Mr. Spencer, I ain't excuse you. Well, Mr. Spencer didn't excuse me, the doctor excused me. How the doctor gonna excuse you? And you giving me an after-fact excuse. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Now, you've done the crime. Time to do the time.
We had a special gun line audition. You didn't think we were practicing Friday? So you just left because you wanted to. I wonder, what kind of pride is that? You don't care nothing about this band? When you have more than 10 people to miss, we can't rehearse. We can't go over new stuff. I know why you here. You probably always here. What's this? Yeah. Some went to high school games. After the fact, excuses are not valid. You have to tell us before. How long you been in the band?
Yeah.
Now, what's the procedure?
I have to call.
You have to get excused. You probably figured you wasn't going to get excused.
I didn't know we had practice on Saturday.
We didn't practice Saturday. We practiced Friday.
Yeah, I was asleep on Friday. I didn't leave till early Saturday morning.
Mr. Sims, all week long.
No problem. This is before you even warm up, tune up. You just come on out here with me so we can get that over real quick.
Not only do they get punished on Monday, they get punished on Tuesday, they get punished on Wednesday, they get punished on Thursday, and they get punished on Friday. Because for us, they owe us that time that they miss.
You're gonna run all the way down those bleachers. All the way down to section double R down here at the bottom. You running from that point over to the S. That's the first set of stairs they can go down the field.
They might not like me. Some of them might even say something under their breath about me. I don't care about it. I don't care if they like me. I just want them to march, learn their music, and do what they're supposed to do for this band. Now, when it's all said and done, I still love them. I don't care. I've heard some of the things they say about me, but it's not about them. It's about the success of this band. They're gonna try you. But I don't bluff. Now, I'll give you a chance and see what you're gonna do, but after you ruffle my feathers once or twice, that's the end of that.
Trina is really dedicated, and she lucky I love her, because I was on my way to my room to eat some chicken wings, but I was like, you know what? Out of everybody, me and Trina, we're holding on strong. We are really looking forward to being on field, so why not get up and go practice? It wouldn't hurt nothing.
5, 6,
I called this practice because I wanted to show more of a leadership towards my own sister. Dedication is #1 in this company, and if dedication was #1 and I have to achieve to be #1, then that's what I was trying to accomplish. Yes, I feel we have what it takes to make the next game. I think we've come a long way. I think we've improved in numerous of ways, and I pray and I hope that we do make this game.
The Battle, presented by AT&T. Rethink possible. Welcome back to The Battle, presented by AT&T.
There's 2 ways to get on the field. One of my crab brothers who's already out there would have to mess up and Dr. T would take them off, or I challenge them and take their spots. Quite frankly, I plan on challenging.
Donathan is asking to challenge. He tries to do everything we say sometimes. And the reason I'm saying try, sometimes it's hard to break old habits. We got a challenge coming up. So we're going to call Donovan. Come on out. And who we challenge?
Melvin.
Come on out, Melvin. After this challenge, we just have to see what the possibilities are.
1, 2, ready, and...
So, I got nervous. I was just skeptical about how my sound would come out. I messed up on extreme, and I did okay on the motion. But it wasn't good enough to beat Melvin.
I know he's trying his best. Well, the other guys there fought, they ain't
I tell you, the only thing that he got going for him
is that he was here.
He didn't miss Friday.
Yeah, I know, he was here.
I'm happy that they see that I have more heart than most of the people on the line right now, and I appreciate it. But I don't want to be baby for it either.
Now, Donovan, Melvin outplayed you. You know that, right?
Yes.
And you got lost somewhere. It looked like you was very, very nervous. Huh? You played worse than you ever played. But now, Melvin, yeah, you outplayed it. But Melvin, you don't practice. That's more than not the last week of practice.
Man, look, honestly,
you wouldn't be playing like that. It looked like you got hung up on some stuff. But this is it. Now, Melvin, although you won, Melvin, you still missed practice Friday. To me, that's more of a problem. This guy is here. I'm going to continue. I'm going to go ahead and let him perform. You get a chance to come back and try again for next week. But you can't miss practice. We understand? So we're not going to miss any more practices, huh? All right?
I am a target, and more people will be coming after me the longer I stay on the field.
We just had to make up a completely new show, so we all met up at my house. The problem was the music wasn't written out. Somebody lost the paper. I'm just gonna say somebody lost the paper, so we didn't have any music. So that's why we got a late start with the dances and things like that. This is one of our biggest games, and we trying to put together a whole completely new show within 2 days. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, cross, cross, drop. Let's try with the music. Hang on. The Cotton Bowl Classic is the Prairie View A&M versus Grambling game. It's probably our second or third biggest game that we play. Southern is always our first, and then our second one would either be the Cotton Bowl or our J-State game.
The dance committee did not do their job. They were supposed to have 2 dance steps prepared for us this week. We wanted to have at least one of the feature tunes different, which they have not done. We're going to have to work that much harder, which means it may entail us having to bring the band back for a couple of night practices. Today, the dance committee was supposed to have these dances ready. This is where they should have been last week, the week before the show. And now we're at a point where they want to do some new stuff. We're giving them a chance to try to work on it. Now, it might get ready, but if it's not, what we're gonna have to do is go back to last week's show.
If we have to do the old show, I'm gonna be highly upset. I'm still gonna go out there and do the job, and then once we get ready to party, I'm gonna forget about it.
So as of now, we just got drum and intro, drill, the dance line, the band. We got 4 songs in the breakdown, which is Tony, Spread, Club Rock, and then the old school song. Then we marching off, and then it might be Tiger Breakdown.
Okay. I'm not too happy about this show. It seems like every time I get to certain points, I'm not happy. But I'm never happy because I always want things perfect. I can't even get partial perfect.
The Battle, presented by AT&T.
When I woke up this morning, I actually kind of felt good. Like, I was ready. I was like, man, nothing should go wrong. When I walked into the room to dance, for some reason, I didn't feel nervous. I didn't feel nervous at all. Like, let's do this. It's not the routine that's kicking my butt. It's what's after that.
What were the mistakes? There were quite a few, or at least 4 or 3. Something was wrong with the big bag tiger.
Yeah. Big. The way you practice something is just the way that you're going to perform it. So then, since I didn't practice it and pay attention to the meticulous details that she pointed out, it was hard for me to, make my body adjust to those changes at the little moment like that. So no matter how many times I did it over, I kept making that mistake. And when I finally got it, she was like, it's too late. We don't have time to teach.
Thank you.
As many times as I practiced this, as many times as I had, the captains or whatever, to see me practice that, nobody ever corrected me on the little meticulous details that Miss Maroney herself pointed out to me. And, I was mad at that. I was mad because, for one, she said thank you. And I know thank you just means it's a done deal.
Just really work hard. Don't give up.
Sadly, on the flip side, it didn't turn out as I expected or moreover as I predicted.
It was really a heartbreaking moment when Tiara didn't get picked. It broke my heart.
When the last uniform went out and it didn't go to me, I felt defeated. I felt like giving up. I left so fast because I just couldn't be there to bear that moment because it wasn't my happy moment like I predicted. It was somebody else's. This tryout actually is showing me the value of hard work because I don't have to work for nothing in my life, ever. Everything was always made to me. Everything was always given. Even when I had a job, my mama told me, spend it on yourself. This experience showed me you gotta work hard.
I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make it a practice. I couldn't even breathe. And I was like, I'm just gonna stay in. So I stayed in. Then I woke up like an hour later and somebody knocking on my door.
Hey, buddy. You sick again?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I got the flu.
You got the flu? Get away from me.
Yeah. Just a second. I didn't see no one, so I opened the door. Then he just comes to the side, and I just felt like blood rush to me, and I'm like, oh, no.
Do you need some medication? We need to take you to the doctor or what?
I need some tonsil medication.
You need something for your tonsils?
Have you been in the infirmary?
What do you usually take? Is this normal for you? No. You get sick a lot?
No, not really. I guess I got sick because weather back home is it's always hot or it's always cold. It's not like 2 days is hot, 2 days is cold. It rains 20 minutes, it gets humid and stuff like that. That's why I thought I got the flu.
You got your ID? You can drive him over there.
I ain't finna stay there with you, because I don't want to take the flu. It's right, come on, I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna take you to the infirmary. You got
Get your key.
Let's go like this?
Yeah, you can go like that. Where your key?
Where your key?
He took me to the clinic, or to the Foster's Health Center. We went to go get a checkup.
I don't think you had the flu. Okay, get in there. You call me when they diagnose you and tell you what it is you got. And I'll come back over and pick you up and take you to get your tennis shoes so you can get over here since you're so special. All right. It's time you here, I'm gonna get it back.
Got some medicine. I didn't want to go to practice. I wanted to go and sleep. I was sick.
What'd you say about practice?
What she said about practice? I didn't ask about me
So
going.
you ain't check to see if you can go back to practice? When can you go back to practice?
No, I'm gonna go to practice right now. I just needed some medicine.
You need to go, we can go change.
Yeah, I'm gonna go change. I was too sick, but I just had to deal with it. Sometimes you just gotta make it.
We got big games coming up now. This week is Perry View, then we got a bye week. Mississippi Valley. Going against Jackson. I just hope my peers will get it before Bayou Classic. Let's do what we got to do. Let's get it done, and we can have fun the whole season.
Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8.
We didn't use our time wisely. At the end of the day, all blame falls on me, which I don't have a problem, taking the blame because in my heart, I know what I did and what was right.
I'm hoping that the dance committee see where they went wrong. We just have to eat that problem.
Now, I'm going to tell you what my opinion is of the breakdown. Yeah, it's been the same breakdown, basically. But to me, it hasn't been the same breakdown. Why? Because they haven't been putting nothing in it. If they put something in it with the same breakdown, it'll look like a different breakdown. What y'all have to understand is this. Y'all thinking about because y'all did it in Shreveport.
The good thing about it is that this is considered a classic, so there'll be a lot of people there that have not seen the band at all this year. If they have not gone on YouTube.
If you get out there and have the energy in this show, even if we did the same show at the first game, if it had more energy in the march, it's going to look like a different show because it'll look like a different band.
If the band has to go back to the old show, the band's morale is going to drop. That's going to make my job harder because then I have to go outside and we got to still run the show, and they're not going to give 100% because they're mad that they got to do the old show.
Now, I know that Dr. Pandale said, well, we can work on this tomorrow. All I want to do is run it and have minor changes for tomorrow.
Our fans, if we go out there and do the same show this week for PV, our fans are going to cheer for us, but it's not going to be what we want, I'm going to say.
This is our first away game, first hotel game. It's a young band, but it got potential, and when this young band gets some experience, they're gonna have some wisdom. We'll be all right.
Two tap.
Now, ho, listen. What I'm checking here is if you can't do this any better than what it is, as far as what you look like, then we got to go with that. You're going to have 10 minutes. That's nothing like what we did yesterday. You got 5 minutes. If we can't get it, we're gonna cut it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cotton Bowl for tonight's 2011 State Fair Classic. Matching the Panthers of Prairie View A&M University and the Tigers of Grambling State University. The United States Marine Drum and Bugle Corps to honor America.
I had fun most part. Stands was where my nerves really hit the roof.
My years being here, PV really hasn't put on no good halftime show. They can play in the stands. I'll give them that. But when it comes to that halftime show, we just take it over.
At the game, oh man, I was nervous. And what do you know? I didn't mess up. Too bad.
Always an exciting time of the year. Grambling, Prairie View, both bands are going to come with their A game. You know, this is the game that we practice hardest for. We want to be the most creative, come with our best ideas, and I'm quite sure Grambling does the same thing. You know, but, you know, the rivalry is to the field. Grambling has an outstanding band program, outstanding band director, and we are really good friends. After halftime, we're real good friends. I believe that the show went well. I wouldn't give it an A+++, but I'll give it maybe a B, B-. Okay, I still wasn't happy. There's fans, the alumni, again, they said that was a real good show, very good show. Okay, I'm glad that they enjoyed it. But when you really look close, you can see all the little mistakes out there. We've been fighting for them to march. I've been working with that, with the drill sergeants. The other staff have been trying to help me with that. The marching was better. It's still not where I want it, but it was better. I don't know, I just don't know. We're probably gonna go back and do some calisthenics and things like that to get those legs conditioned so they can get them up.
I've been having problems with my knees, my back. Back been very sore. I've been having a lot of knee pain.
So it's better that you look a mess and not make it than making it look a mess.
It's crunch time right before game day, one day before homecoming, one of our biggest games. All we need is energy.
Too slow. You putting me to sleep. Kick, 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 kick.
This sneak peek was presented to you by AT&T.